Most people don't realize it, but the little things they do every day might be silently pushing others away. No, it's not always about being rude or arrogant.
Got it.
Sometimes it's the subtle habits that make people lose interest without you even noticing. Here's the harsh truth. Social dynamics are built on energy, and if your habits are draining, confusing, or frustrating to others, they'll slowly start to disengage.
Wow.
It's not that they hate you. It's just that human nature leans toward what feels good, easy, and engaging. So, what are these habits that quietly make others lose interest?
Right.
Let's break them down one by one, starting with one of the biggest social repellents out there, always complaining. Nobody likes a constant complainer. You know the type, the person who walks into a room and instantly starts unloading about their terrible job, their useless boss, or how life is just one big disappointment. At first, people might nod along, trying to be polite, but over time, that negativity becomes exhausting. It's like being around a black hole that just sucks all the good energy out of the room. Complaining without ever considering solutions doesn't just make life harder, it pushes people away. Now, let's be real. Venting once in a while is normal. Everyone needs to blow off steam.
True.
But if every conversation turns into a rant session, people start dodging your calls. Instead of bonding over shared experiences, you become the person they avoid. Think about it. Would you rather spend time with someone who always finds the problem, or someone who also looks for solutions? Next time you feel the urge to complain, ask yourself, what's one thing I could do to fix this? That small shift changes everything. A great way to break the habit? Try a no complaints challenge for a week.
Nice.
Every time you catch yourself about to complain, reframe it. Instead of saying, ugh, I hate my job, say,
No.
I'm figuring out my next career move. Instead of, I never have time for myself, try, I'm working on setting better boundaries. Sounds simple, but trust me, it changes the way people see you.
Got it.
And when you start seeing solutions instead of just problems, people start wanting to be around you more. Talking only about yourself. Ever met someone who turns every conversation into their personal TED Talk? No matter the topic,
Wow.
they always find a way to bring it back to them. You mention a trip you're planning, and suddenly, they're telling you about their last vacation in painful detail. You share a problem, and instead of listening, they hijack the moment to talk about their struggles. It's frustrating, right? People don't connect through one-sided monologues. They connect through shared experiences. And if someone feels like they never get a word in, they'll eventually stop trying. The truth is,
Spoiler alert.
people love to feel heard. A simple trick? Ask more questions. Instead of waiting for your turn to talk, genuinely listen. Try this. The next time you're in a conversation, challenge yourself to ask 3 follow-up questions before talking about yourself. That sounds interesting. How did you get into that? Or, wow, what happened next?
I see.
Small shifts like these make a massive difference. People will start seeing you as someone who gets them, and that's a rare quality. Think about the best conversations you've ever had. Chances are they weren't just about you. They were about a mutual exchange. Want to keep people engaged? Don't just talk, connect. Instead of making every story about your experience, highlight what's interesting about theirs. When you do this, something fascinating happens. People actually start caring about what you have to say too. Weak body language. You ever talk to someone who barely looks up from their phone? Or maybe they give you that half smile, nodding along, but their crossed arms and stiff posture scream, I don't really want to be here. Whether we realize it or not, body language speaks louder than words. Avoiding eye contact, slouching, or constantly checking your phone. That's like holding up a neon sign that says, I'm not interested. And guess what? People mirror energy.
Really?
If you seem disengaged, they'll start feeling the same way about you. Here's the thing. Strong body language isn't about being overly confident or acting like you own the room.
Got it.
It's about showing presence.
Cool.
Next time you're in a conversation, try this.
No.
Put your phone away, maintain eye contact without turning it into a creepy stare, and keep your arms relaxed. A slight lean forward shows you're engaged. A genuine nod or smile makes people feel heard. These tiny adjustments don't just make you seem more approachable, they make people want to keep talking to you. Ever wonder why some people naturally draw others in? It's not just what they say, it's how they say it. Open gestures, relaxed posture, and a bit of animated expression go a long way. If you want to keep people's attention, give them the same energy you'd want in return.
Got it.
And speaking of energy, there's another habit that silently pushes people away, saying yes to everything, even when you don't mean it. Being too agreeable, Ever met someone who agrees with everything? No matter what's said, they nod along, switch opinions on a dime, and never push back.
Yes.
At first, it might seem like they're just easygoing, but over time, it starts to feel off. People respect authenticity, not someone who bends like a leaf in the wind just to be liked. When you never take a stance, others begin to wonder, do they even have their own thoughts? Being agreeable isn't a bad thing, but there's a difference between being open-minded and having zero backbone. Imagine going out with friends and someone asks, "Where should we eat?" If your answer is always, "I don't care, whatever you guys want," guess what? That gets old, fast. People appreciate someone who contributes, even if it's just saying, "I'm in the mood for sushi, but I'm open to other ideas."
Got it.
It's not about being difficult. It's about having a voice. Confidence isn't about arguing for the sake of it. It's about standing by what you believe while still being open to new perspectives. If you want people to respect you, stop automatically saying yes to everything. Speak up when you disagree, express your own opinions, and trust that real connections come from authenticity, not from just going with the flow. And speaking of things that wear thin fast, there's one habit that might seem funny at first but quickly becomes unbearable: excessive sarcasm. Overusing sarcasm. Sarcasm is like hot sauce. A little can add flavor, but too much ruins the whole dish. At first, a witty remark here and there makes conversations more fun. But if every response drips with irony, it stops being clever and starts being exhausting. Not everyone finds sarcasm amusing, and even those who do will eventually wonder, do they ever say anything genuine? When people can't tell if you're serious or joking, they stop taking you seriously altogether. Think about it.
Right.
Have you ever tried sharing something important with someone, only for them to throw a sarcastic comment right back? It's frustrating. Nobody wants to feel like their words are just setups for someone else's punchline. Humor has its place, but real connection comes from balancing wit with sincerity. A well-timed joke can lighten the mood, but constant sarcasm can make you seem closed off, like you're hiding behind humor instead of engaging for real. If you catch yourself defaulting to sarcasm, try switching it up. Next time a friend tells you about their tough day, instead of saying, "Wow, sounds like a dream come true," ask them what happened. Show genuine interest. You'll be surprised how much deeper your conversations get. At the end of the day, people want to be around those who make them feel heard, not just entertained. Here's the deal. Nobody wants to be the person others slowly drift away from. But if you don't pay attention to these subtle habits, it happens before you even realize it. So ask yourself, do I complain too much? Do I dominate conversations without listening? Is my body language pushing people away? Awareness is the first step, and the good news is, all of these habits can be changed. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about showing up as the best version of you. Start paying attention. Now, let me ask you, did any of these habits sound familiar? Be honest. And more importantly, which one are you going to work on first? Drop a comment below, and if you want more insights like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. There's a lot more coming your way.